Well, hello there, everybody. Welcome to the YouTube video here on the channel. My name is Emily. Today we find ourselves not that far from top of drop on our way into Madeira with the PMDG 777-200, and we're going to see how we get on today. So, this is obviously the continuation from yesterday's video of flight into Vienna. Oh, Vienna. There you go. So, what we'll do, arrival mode. Now, I'm going to double check my Madeira chart, but I want to do the snazzy approach here. So we're going to land onto 0. No, we're not. We're going to land onto 23. Yes, that makes sense in my head. So we're going to do an RF onto 23. And our arrival should be the literal one pepper. Literal one pepper. And transition. There we go. We'll quickly jump onto the next page. That's all calculated. So we've now got a top of drop, which is 112 miles. So just after the literal, we start descending. And we should have everyone put the trucks up in bed by 18:19 Zulu. So about 20 past 7 local time. So it's still well within daylight hours. By the time we, obviously I'm not going to be recording the return flight, I'm going to be flying it, but if we flew back, we'd be landing in the darkness. There we go. So, just cruising along here. Yeah, so what I was doing, we'll do a jump cut and we'll see you guys as we start our descent. So really briefly, we're approaching, actually no, we're not, an idea. So we're approaching top of drops, we've got 4 miles to go. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to now scroll down my altitude gauge, and that is to our next cleared altitude. Now, because we're not playing with ATC today, normally the road sticks like that, every 12, 13,000, and then step us down further. I'm going to put 3,000 in the box. That basically gives the airplane free run on its descent. So remember the way I put the autopilot set up today. LOWW, that's taking care of our actual navigation, so the airplane flowing itself all the way here. VNAV, that's what we've vertical navigation, so the airplane knows the profile it's on. As you can see, that's now coming down. Aircraft capture the profile. Aircraft goes over. Aircraft descends away. And what I'll do, I'll bottom the seatbox and back on. So good afternoon, folks, from the flight deck. Here, tell me your amazingly sexy captain speaking. We're clearing for approach into Madeira now. The seatbelt sign has now been illuminated, so please do return to your seats. And I'll just give it a lump. So my lights on my desktop pulsating there. Basically, I have like a, but it's not like it is a strip light that goes over the top of my desk. It's flash, flash. I was like, what's going on? This, yeah. This is kind of nice, though. This is kind of nice. Great 800 trips per minute. And yeah, the airplane basically holds profile. So we're slightly slow, so I'll probably put the truck away now. Put back into the arms position. Controls are now closed. And the airplane will actually recover itself, but it's now descending on profile, slightly slow, but no biggie. And yeah, what we'll do, we'll see you guys as we go over the top of the drone. So we are back near the overhead drone now. Less than a minute from being overhead there. So what we'll do is we'll pull the range ring down to 80 miles now. You can start seeing our arrival. So basically, we're going to sort of veer right and wheel around. No, I was right the first time. I apologise, but the wrong approaching. Slightly changes our approach path, but it's no biggie. Yeah, we're slightly below path, which is ideal. And our target's now 4,000 feet. So my apologies. I was sitting there in my head going, no, I've got this right, but apparently, yeah, no. You know how it is. You know how it is. Innit, bro? I'm also in the process of running the screen downloading all of my Class 66 scenarios because AP just released the screenshots to say that Basically, their 66 Volume 1 pack is coming soon. And there's going to be a lot of them. So it'll be quite entertaining. Right, so dropping down, there's a mass 534s at above 4,000. After that, 6 miles later, it's above 3,000 at 230 knots. Well, actually, I'm going to put 3,000 back in the window. And that is the island of Madeira. We're on profile. I just said, absolutely fine. No, that's not Madeira. That is the other island, which I can't remember the name of. Stand by one. It is, of course, the island of Manhattan. No. So Madeira is Funchal, and that is likely Villa Balearia, Porto Santo is the main city, and there's actually an airfield there as well, which is far easier to land on than Madeira. And sometimes in a one dive, if you feel critical, you can go there. So so for most airlines, Madeira, because of how technical the approach is a captain's only runway. And this is my first landing on the 777 since about 3 weeks. So we'll see how this goes. Yeah, this is going to be a pretty extensive update. I'm looking at it now. So far, I'm less than halfway through the downloads, I would estimate. And I have got 29 scenarios to update now. I'm about just a third of the way through, I would say. Getting all downloaded and ready. And this is the drawback of being such a prolific scenario creator. The game will make you want to kill yourself, pretty much. Oh, that's impressive. So yeah, that is Porto Santo Aerodrome. So that's basically one of the options. If we, for whatever reason, couldn't go back across the water to get to the mainland, we could go over there to Porto Santo. If you're showing. Oh, crikey. Just where it's got like half of that. I would press escape instead of shift V. I'm sure there'd be a really good reason why they don't do it that way. They do it that way, but it just frustrates me. And of course, ATS have announced their Voyager now as well, which is going to be another round of updates because Voyager are fucking everything that I do. So that's my pin at the cabin's ready. So that's what we should have for the takeoff roll. We are just dropping through 10k. Because it's me and it's going to get quite intense later in the approach. Taxi light off, beacon mouse. And why am I starting the APU now? It's a short taxi in and you're not capable of helping me. Also, that's a cool image. With that sort of lowish white sun. Actually, yeah, that's a good point. We're in the shade. A part of the island. Absolutely love the way the 777 looks though. It's one of those just iconic to me aircraft. No, well, I'm 777 actually, but I've been in one. So growing up, my dad had a business connection to the lady who ran Emirates Sky Cargo at Newcastle. So I got on an A330 and a triple, and the A330 was the triple is. I need to do the A330 again for a video, and I've done that since the start of the year. I'm just knocking out the new stuff, and everything else will come in good time. All in good time. Which is a wonderful song. In case you're wondering. So coming down through 6,000 speed brakes around. I'm going to auto brakes. I'm actually going to set them really high. I'm going to set auto brake 4, which for the length of the runway is high. Lastly, flap 30, 238 knots. But the reason I'm going for flat high auto brake setting is one of my concerns with this approach is obviously it's hand flow and there's a lot of maneuvering. I may float the aircraft, and if I do, I have the best chance of it landing on well. And the aircraft's now under 230. What you can do if you need to adjust the speed, if you click that, it'll let you adjust the speed. So actually, I set that to 2. And it'll sort of calculate itself around that. It's quite cool. That is sort of the side of Madeira, so we'll see it momentarily. I'm just... I'll take the next page out here. Is this on fake the RF portion? Yes, it does, good. So Pilgrim establishes us on centre line for the airfield. So we are now basically on the centre line. So Madeira Airport in front of us, and it'll bring us outbound around. This is absolutely ideal. At Pilgrim, I'm going to drop us to 180. Good point. So that is my report for Madeira, Cristiano Ronaldo Airport. You see there's a really clear statue in there. And it is 1020 hectopascals. So it's a very high pressure zone. 1020. So the airplane will just chase that, that's fine. And yeah. So basically, if we could see through that cloud, the airfield would be right there. Would be at least. That's the thing with clouds, they are very see-through. I wonder what that's indicating. That's tracing what a broad profile, which is, to be honest, fine by me. Because 3,000 feet is where I'm going to sit the aircraft out. There you go, popping out the clouds. So the aerodrome is literally just behind that hilltop there. It's frustrating, the cloud base is at 3,000 pretty much. You can actually see it. So what I'll do is I'm going to continue our descent to... So I'm going to do it 1,400. We'll go 1,500 feet AGL. Do it. And then VS track FPA. I'm going to descend about 3 degrees. And I want to pop line. 3 degrees about the center. I think we're aiming for today. 180 knots, so we can have chop right off. So we'll hammer it in here a little bit. But because I'm going to put the flap out early, but it's just going to give us a bit of drag. There you go. There is Madeira Funchal Airport. So it's going to fly out, find big arc. I love the effect on the thing, by the way. Let's say that really quickly. And then we'll basically trace the island inbound and then roll out the runway heading. And absolutely nail the landing. Just 3 points to this jobber. All right, and heading 219, I want to put in the bugs because otherwise it'll just take us around. We don't want that. 212. Heading select mode. So in heading 7 and basically FPA descent. So the airplane will now start slowing down really rapidly because we're over and off. I will actually go right back down to VREF, which is 138 knots. So you can see actually the aircraft is quite slick though because we're basically level and the speed's barely washing off. Also weather-wise, am I on live weather? I should be. No. I'm about to die probably. Due to that. And what would we go? Flap 5. What are my flap speeds? Yeah. I'll go flap 15. Gear down. That's the direct luminous coming in now. And flap 20. That's fine, don't worry about it. I'm a little bit quick for 30, but yeah, by the time we get there, I've commanded it, but it's fine. Right, there you have it. So that's us now configured for the approach. We're in the right bit of airspace, the right bit of sky. So what we'll do is take the autopilot out now and we'll fly this family. So, autopilot off. Emily has control. And we'll have our roller sim. So I'm aiming basically for mainly visual now, I guess. But we'll just gently run it around. Everything else is configured, confirm. Right, descent is intentional. I'm just going to push it forward slightly a bit more. Bear in mind the airfield isn't at water level. So we'll have to... Oh, continue. The airplane saying, this is a problem. Stop making trying to do this. Oh, 777 on an F-16. What are you doing to me? So here the engines are working because of the amount of drag. Person heading, lift going down. So at the main road right there. Got my aerodromes in sight. So really should have silenced that alarm, but it's too much workload to do that now, so we're just going to disregard the alarms. I'm very high. I was really getting too low and now I'm too high. Just one diamond high I'm fine with. About 14 correction 751. Whoa! Do. Right, that's got me low, which is fine. Bit slow, very slow. Reverse it up. Sorry about that. 80 knots. Reverse idle. Take it out with the tail brakes. Water brakes disarmed. Water brakes off. I'll just get down at like 25 knots maybe. So you see the airfield like 380 feet above sea level, which is really disconcerting when you're flying above the sea, and everything's telling you, no, I'm about to smash this out. Like I'm much too high. Sorry. I don't care, killing a bit high, I guess, but still. Oh, and pull it around. Now I am just going to wang it on a stand and end the video there. We're up into non-disembarkation. The reason being, whilst you know, tap runs A330 in here, I'm not sure the actual series configures to take a 777. You know what they'd probably do is stick us across two stands and just go from there. Crikey, I'm a bit quick. There we go. But we'll slowly taxi it up here. This all goes off, that stays on. Strobes go off. Perfection. Wind this the rest of the way shut. What I'm going to do is J large.
Is already assigned to another aircraft.
Yes. No, go back. Back out. It said Spotify, didn't I? Bit of power on to get us going. Airplanes are happy about the amount of power they used. Alpha 5 for the parking facility. If that AI is just spawning out, they're very unhappy. Orange file's disconnected, we'll put it back on. I'll just clear that message. So I've been using the digital track list, so the airplanes are happy with me basically. Oh, my scenery's messed up. I've got two Madeiras on top of each other. That's about typical for a family video. You know what we'll do? Oh no, the 777 won't fit anyway because its wingspan's so insane. What we're going to do is just have us go here. And we're just going to park out the way. Diagonally across ways. Actually, I can do this with PMDG handling, so that's absolutely fine by me. There we go. So the airplane's now at a stand. It's not on a stand, but it is at a stand. Well, it is actually on a stand because we've made the stand for it. Park brake set. Engine 1 and 2 are going off. But wait for them to wind down. Just for funsies, actually, what of my wheel temps out? Because I used a lot of brakes, so I've got 120, what's that about? 120. How old is that? 120 or 1200? More brakes. No, actually, it might be 120. It'll probably heat up a bit more. Because, yeah, if you abort a takeoff in a M777 300, you'll see the brake discs go red. At least you did in FS style. Or P3D. I should say. That does its thing. So the airplane's run down. Let's check the engine information. Says N2 has dropped about 10%, so beacon lights come off. And what we'll do is we'll say menu sections. Ground operations, turn type, short, 55 minutes. Set my traps, please. Start the timer. Ground connections, we're doing stairs, please. And what we'll do is we'll say ground vehicles. We'll press the stairs. Found the high loader out. I'll get the carpet door open because why the heck not? And the aeroplane will unload itself. There you go. Oh, and apologies for that one. But yes, we've made it. Welcome to Madeira. What a fight. I really enjoyed that one. Thank you for watching. I hope you did enjoy the video. If you did, hit that like button and subscribe to see more from me on a very regular basis. Until next time, guys. Bye-bye.